Alright guys, so I want to go ahead and take a look at this. So this is the snap counts from week 1 versus the Cleveland Browns. Obviously, yes, it was a mess on offense. We went a lot of 3-and-out drives, but I kind of want to break down like how many people actually got snaps in this game, how many people did not, and we can kind of take a look throughout the season to see who is getting more snaps, who the coaches are trusting more, you know, all that kind of good stuff. So starting off right away, this website is kind of weird how it's set up here because it's kind of hard to like, you know, put all on one screen here. But starting off right away, we have Joe Burrow, who, yes, obviously played 52 snaps. Very, very low amount of snaps, but there wasn't much offense in this game. 93%. And then, of course, the only other quarterback who actually got snaps was 7%, and that was Mr. Jake Browning. Joe Mixon played 63% of snaps with 35 snaps. Then Travion played 29%. And then finally, Chris Evans played 13%. So obviously there was no Chase Brown in this game, and it was pretty much just those 3 guys. Now on pass blocking downs, we did see Travion Williams in the game. So it looks like they're kind of going with, okay, let's see what we got in Travion Williams. They've said many times they do like him. They think that he has a lot of potential. That's why they kept him on his team, even though this offseason he did go down with injury. They still want him on his team for that said reason, which makes perfect sense. Wide receivers, of course, Yoshi did actually have 1 snap. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't even realize he was out there. Chuck Sizzle had 0 snaps in this game, so really surprising how Yoshi had a snap, but Chuck Sizzle did not. I guess Chuck Sizzle did have the punt returns and kick returns, but yeah, he did not have any snaps on offense. Jamar Chase had the most, 96% with 54 snaps. T. Higgins at 53 snaps. With 95%. Tyler Boyd had 84% with 47 snaps. Trent Irwin had 12 snaps at 21%. Yoshi had 1 snap at 2%. And then Chuck Sizzle had 0. For tight ends, we did have Irv Smith, 54% at 30 snaps. Drew Sample, 32% at 18 snaps. And Mitchell Wilcox had 7% at 13% snaps. And that's mainly with the tight ends, Drew Sample and Mitchell Wilcox. A lot of the reason like why they have so high snap counts, and I'll say for more or less for Drew Sample here, is that we kept running 2 tight end packages trying to run the football. And, you know, it was actually working, but then we kind of got away from running the football altogether, which did not help us at all. Defensive tackle B.J. Hill actually had more snaps in this game than D.J. Reader. 76% with 56 snaps. DJ Reader 69% with 51 snaps. Zach Carter had 31 snaps, which was 42%. Josh had 34% snaps with 25. And Jay had 3 snaps at 4% on the day. Sam Hubbard did go ahead and finish with 61 snaps, which is 82% of the defense. 59%, which was Trey Hendrickson at 44 snaps. Cam Sample at 29 with 39%. And Myles Murphy in his debut did have 13 snaps with 18%, which is actually surprising with how much the defense was on the field. I really expected Myles Murphy actually to have a higher snap count than this, or snap percentage at least than this, because, again, our defense was on the field non-stop. Logan Wilson played every single snap in that game. Wow. Okay, well, that goes to show, you know, Jermaine Pratt, 89%, still really great. I mean, only 8 snaps less than Logan Wilson, but Logan Wilson played every single snap in that game. With how much our defense was on the field, the fact he did not miss 1 single snap is insane. Usually don't see that, especially with how many, again, times we punted the ball back to them, and they were on the field for long drives. Pretty good long drives. That's going to show how amazing Logan Wilson is. And keep in mind, we just signed that man to, what, a $45 million contract. Like, very, very dirt cheap. And that's crazy. Akeem Davis-Gaither, 5 snaps, 7%. We had Joe Bachie at 1 snap for 1%. And we had Marcus Bailey at 1 snap for 1%. Cam Taylor-Britt. Let me move this up a little bit. Cam Taylor-Britt had, I'm actually going to have to move my face in the middle here. 1 second, guys. Let me my face over. There we go. Cam Taylor-Britt had 73 snaps at 99%. We had Mike Hilton at 55 snaps with 74%. Sheeto had 58% snaps for 43 snaps. DJ Turner had 47% of snaps for 35 snaps. And Jalen Davis, 3% of snaps for 2 snaps. Dax Hill was 73 snaps at 99%. 97% for Nick Scott at 72 snaps. And then, of course, Jordan Battle had 1% of snaps for 1. And Tyson Anderson, who I believe was active for this game, did not have a single snap in this game, which is actually kind of surprising. I guess, again, with... I guess, well, I'm trying to speak. With how much our defense was on the field, I kind of expected them to get a little bit more snaps for rotation purposes, right? Like, usually, listen, at the end of the day, usually there's not 74 snaps on defense going into games. But, you know, it happens. And sometimes you have to kind of react to what ends up happening. So if we look at last season, for example, last season, exactly. So let me look at 100%. Did Logan Wilson? Yeah, Logan Wilson, this is actually typical for Logan Wilson. 100%, 100%, 100%. Yeah, Logan Wilson's just a freaking S+ tier, man. I mean, Jermaine Pratt still up there, really high up there, but you can see Logan Wilson last season. I mean, this man is always, pretty much always 100%. He's either 95 or 100%, which is absolute insanity. But you see last season, we had a couple of games that went over 74 snaps. We had 74 in week 15. We had week 18, which was over 74 snaps. We had 73 in week 11. So, again, not too crazy overall wise, you know, for the amount of snaps that were in this game. But still, love to see it. Logan Wilson always getting the job done. And this is why he just got his extension. That's why we kept him. Because he's a very consistent player who stays on our team when it comes to when we need him the most. And every single play. It's not easy for a player to play every single play of a game, especially with how long those defensive drives were. So, love to see it. But, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what our snap counts look like in next week's game. Because we played the Ravens, right? And my guess is we're going to see more. We might see Chase Brown. We might see more Yoshi, more snaps for Yoshi. We might see a couple more snaps for Travion. So, I'll be interested, but we're going to be breaking it down, guys, for next week's game. So, make sure you stay tuned to the channel. Make sure to like, hit that subscribe button down below if you are indeed new. Keep in mind, I will be live for every single Cincinnati Bengals game this year. I was thinking about just, like, ending up, like, starting every video off by doing this. Hello. Okay. That didn't work out. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.